Welcome back to Football Enthusiast Corner, guys. Um, I remain Zago Fausto. Welcome, Omoba. Welcome, Warlord. Welcome, Mos. Marto,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
Bobby P, you're welcome as well. Club football is over, and we're back now to international football. And as we all know, good number of teams, if not all, have released their sides to represent them in the Euros. Notably, the England national team released the squad. The manager released the squad that he'll be taking to the Euros, with some very big names omitted. One or two names that were left behind called for the scrutiny of the manager, and for most people, it was rightly deserved that they were dropped, and for the others, they had something not too fair to say about it, and it was evident in the game they played last night. Losing at home to Iceland by a lone goal. So, I don't know. The omitted names are Harry Maguire, Jack Grealish, James Maddison, Jared Brantwaite. So in all this in the four names, of course, these are the top names. There are still more, but these are the top names that called for the debate. Or no, he should have taken one or two of these people. At least they could have something to offer. For me, notably, I would say Jared Brathwaite, with the performance he has had. I don't think somebody like Joe Gomez deserves to be in that squad while Brathwaite will be sent back home. Also, I think Maddison would have had something to offer. In midfield, but dropping a player like him, I want to know your opinions. Who you think would have at least been vital for them going into this competition? Marto, what do you think? Quickly.
Good evening, everyone. I listen. I'm not a fan of Southgate. I've never been. All this talk of him being Ineos' favorite manager for my team has been really churning my stomach. I agree with you there when you talked about Jared. Jared has had a really good season, a really decent season. As a United fan, I don't understand why Southgate would persist, because that's what it looks like. He persisted with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw obviously is injured. He's not match fit. He can't play 50 to 60 games a season, considering the horrific leg injury he suffered against I think PSG Eindhoven back in 2014 to 15. I can't remember. But obviously there's an option of him playing Kyle Walker and Trippier, Trips.
Yeah.
I literally don't know why he's hell bent on going with Luke Shaw. If you look at it, Shaw is not fit. And then dropping Jared Brathwaite is the only, I think, naturally gifted or natural left back. Like natural left.
Does he fit in at left back?
Play left back.
Does he fit in at left back? Because I know for sure he's a centre back.
I don't know why he didn't go with Levi Colwill, maybe because of match fitness. But listen, there's a lot of nepotism and a lot of pragmatism and political reasons why Gareth Southgate is still England's manager. I mean, managing this arguably the best crop of talent, and still not being able to produce results. And for me, I'm not the fan of releasing a preliminary list before releasing the main list. You could save yourself that trouble and that drama and just get on with it. Look at Spain, look at France, look at Germany. Just call the players you want to call, and the ones that you drop them. No point of calling 29 and then cutting it down to 26 because of I don't know why. You say you want to have a closer look at them. Maddison offers something different. I understand he's blessed with and he has the luxury of attacking option, but Maddison offers something different in midfield. He offers something different in midfield compared to the likes he's gone with. Yeah. I mean, going with Oli Watkins, Ivan Toney, and Harry Kane. when we know he would only play Harry Kane and either one of those two. But then choosing to go with three strikers when he could have just probably dropped one and then gone with, Madison. Then probably pick between Watkins and Ivan Toney. And then for the defense, probably drop one person, which is Luke Shaw, and probably go with Brownthwaite or something, judging by the injury crisis we've had. So being pragmatic and being a nepotist and going that I'm not a fan of I can never like Man City, but to an extent, Jack Grealish offers something. When it comes to ball retention and winning free kick high up the pitch. Maybe if you're having a 1-0 lead and you want to see it out, probably semi-finals and all of that. When it's about the grief and everything, you need those type of players to deliver. But then you've gone with Palmer, you've gone with Saka, you've gone with Foden. Yeah, the three of them are all left footers. How do you play them? If you try to play Foden on the left hand side, he won't get his best. You either play Foden. Foden is best in the pockets. That is where you get the best of Foden. Play him in the pockets. Even Pep had to look for a way of playing Foden and Kevin De Bruyne in the pockets, or probably Foden and Kovacic in pockets to get the best out of him. Saka is not fit. I don't think Saka is 100% fit. He's just going. He just. Trust me. If Maguire was 10% more than he actually is now fit, he would have gone with Maguire. So what are we saying? This is tournament football. And it hurts me because my club is hell-bent. Ineos are hell-bent on appointing him as the face of Man United project.
I think that died down.
I don't want this type of manager.
I think that has died down for now.
He doesn't have anything that would make me want him. So my thoughts is he's England won't win the Euros. To be surprising if they win the Euros. He's made some mistakes from the scratch. If he can put his nepotism by the side, then there's a way to salvage it. But I doubt. And that is why the likes of France, Germany, and Portugal would always be my favorite. Yeah.
Okay. Most, what's your take on the players dropped, and who do you think would have been vital from the ones dropped going into the Euros?
Madison should have, made it. If somebody like Luke Shaw could make it for the reasons of, if we look at why Luke Shaw shouldn't make it for things like the injury that he's had, the injury history he had this season, Madison had the same case. So if it's, if we have to look at that, Madison should make it for the same reason that Luke Shaw has made it. And Madison is a special player, in my opinion. Football is a lot of time about grace, luck, and you just need a bit of that luck to shine on you.
Yeah.
Madison doesn't have it, so he doesn't get the hype that his intelligence deserves. Madison should be there. For the player dropped, I think this is the fairest of the squad announcement I have witnessed as a football fan. Dropping Grealish was deserving. Grealish offers nothing. There's nothing Grealish wants to do that no player cannot do.
Sorry to cut you short. The major problem the England national team face is on the left side of the pitch, forward and at the back line. Because naturally, Luke Shaw is the only left back we have. And on the left wing, I think no natural winger, except they have to play one of the strikers as a winger.
So, the idea behind Ivan Toney, Harry Kane, and
Oli Watkins
is that they are going there with three natural strikers. However, there is one inverted winger in Oli Watkins.
Okay.
So Watkins can function there. There's a Bereti Eze and value for that position on the left hand side.
Eze naturally is not a winger though. Eze he's a midfielder. I think a central midfielder. So he could just be makeshift, not like he's naturally a winger, left winger. So
the question of left-footedness has never being a problem to Saka. Saka can function anywhere across the front three.
Okay.
Left hand side, he started as a left back, played left wing back, played left wing forward, even as a left-footed player. So it's a very good arsenal for them. Dropping Grealish, dropping Maguire, fair decisions. Fair decisions. The only decision that will always be a controversy remains James Ward-Prowse, who, in my opinion, is the most technical guy in the England era since Beckham. For some reason, he never makes it. That's the only conversations I always have around their lineups. I'm always surprised when I don't see him, but I'm not English, so I save my strength. So very good lineup, very good board announcements, perfect. Luke Shaw is there because I mean the team is relatively young. There have to be some very mature guys.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why Luke Shaw is there.
Omoba, can we hear your thoughts?
I feel like say the only reason we carry that Gomez guy, till now I don't see where that guy dey play. I never see, I don't watch, I don't try, and I know they see any impact. But I feel like say the
Very
only
impressed.
Experience and bonding with the other team. He won't take time to bond. He has been to 2 of their tournaments before, I guess. Braithwaite still has time. He still has time.
yeah, I feel like the only reason they carry that this guy Gomez now, if he play left back, if he play right back, if he enter back.
But
But Brand,
person fit dey versatile, but no go even sabi. You know when you are busy, but like you are too good for nothing per se.
yeah,
So
now at that place now you say the coach, the average coach. You understand?
yeah,
Look now where them carry. I never see Luke Shaw. I no film last match where him play where I watch, but then carry him. You understand? Unless
yeah,
maybe if they start the competition, Saka go play left back. Since waiting you start. Because now they no get left back. And why they no carry Chilwell? Chilwell they fit. Why they no carry Chilwell? You carry Luke Shaw, you know, don't drop Chilwell. Never make sense. And then drop Madison and Jones. Why they carry Jones before? That Curtis Jones. Waiting him play. So Madison, they're not even supposed to drop him because if they offer something along when the competition starts, now they see him. Okay, you don't first drop Rashford. Yes, I know say Rashford no try. But if you no drop Grealish, because Grealish, I know say Grealish they fuck up sometimes, so but
every
Grealish
time.
packed for games. You understand? Like you get some you get the way match go fight now. If you bring Grealish now, you go offer something different based on say in the Sabi football enter box 18.
yeah,
If you bring penalty with that kind of gameplay, you understand?
yeah.
So dropping Grealish na big, dropping Madison na big, very big. Those two, very Maguire, yes, because in they injured. Waiting Maguire they even they play. Then Brantwaite, he deserve. And he's still there young, so I'm not gonna really talk about Brantwaite. But if I carry Chilwell, drop Luke, that I feel. And then if I not drop Grealish and Madison for me, I think.
Okay. Warlord.
Okay, I don't know. Everybody keeps saying Madison brings something different. Madison brings something different. I don't know what Madison can do. The other EMs there can do it. I don't know what Madison can do that Foden cannot do, or Palmer cannot do. So I don't know. Everybody's Madison, what Madison does. What's different in Madison does, please, that I don't know about that these EMs can do. If somebody can give me a brief, just what can he do that the rest can do? I feel like every other person that was speaking of him are better than him in terms of creativity and other things. So I don't really, if you'd ask
Gallagher, exactly. You know when you
Conor
have
Gallagher boy Korodu, that one.
Warlord.
You have Bellingham. You have in midfield. Who else?
Barkley, Ross Barkley.
there is
Kobe
Bellingham,
Mainoo.
there is
Kobe
Palmer.
Mainoo and Arnold in midfield. I don't think Gallagher should be there. At least that space for Gallagher is occupying. You could use it to get a winger or
That,
No,
a left back, a left
they need
winger or a left back. Now, also
it,
remember now that
it,
you have two very good right backs, Kai Walker and
you don't have two, you have three.
Kent Trippier.
You have three. You have
Three, yeah,
Walker. You
because
have
Arnold
Arnold
also
is
is
playing
a
as
right back. Yes. So
exactly,
like the squad no really balance. And then you have
exactly.
too many selection problems. That is what I see in this kind of selection. You have
There's only one
very
midfielder,
big
right?
selection headache.
Understand? If I argue about Southgate picks or his collection, I would say the defense is where the issue is, but not the attack, not Madison. Because if you look at the whole front line, Foden can play across the line. He can play at the left. He can play at the right. He can play central. He can play cam. Same with Oli Watkins.
Yeah.
Oli Watkins can play balance. He can play nine. Harry Kane can play anywhere across the whole front line. He can fall back. He can overlap. So Bellingham can play the same thing in flank, nine, and cam. So I feel like there was too much competition there and people had to go. And if you ask me, dropping Grealish and Madison was the best because second half of the season after Madison came back from his injury, he was just average. There was nothing really spectacular about him. So I feel like he chose based on form, and I probably agree with that front line. Now the defense is the issue. Why are you picking Arnold, Trippier, and Kai Walker? It does not make any sense to me because these are three quality attackers, and I would say Trippier and Arnold brings exactly the same thing. There's no more difference in their play. Trippier and Arnold are almost identical. So why not just probably drop one of them, pick if it's Trippier or pick if it's Arnold, then pick Walker? Because you need Walker for those games that you have to battle with pace and skillful wingers. Then you have to use Arnold or Trippier as the support. Then I would only say that he would have gone with Braithwaite and probably drop Luke Shaw. But then I can understand Luke Shaw because
Because of his
England does not have
experience and being the main natural left back. Because
yes. So
there's
I
no
feel like
one there that will do it better than him.
leave the
exactly.
experience aspect. If I drop Luke Shaw, carry Chiwe. Luke Shaw no dey form. He no dey fit. Just
No,
carry
if you
Chiwe.
look at
Chiwe get
Chilwell,
game times.
no, if you look at Chilwell's style of play and Luke Shaw's style of play, they bring to two totally different kind of teams, two totally different kind of team to a team. Do you get like I understand why he brought in Luke Shaw for that balance. I can see, but then again, how are you sure Luke Shaw can give you that performance you're looking for? He has not played. I can't remember the last time I saw Luke Shaw kick a football. He has not played in ages. So how are you sure he's 100% fit or can give you what you want in that team?
Somebody
Luke
will
Shaw is
And
the
tell somebody will tell you, a football fan will tell you that a half fit Luke Shaw is better than a fully fit Ben Chilwell that you
I
even
don't
mentioned.
it's arguable. It's arguable.
Most he
But
said it was
then again, Benchua will give
most he said something.
No, I don't agree with that. I think
Okay.
Chilwell is just suffering from media targets. So
Chiwe
it
is
happens sometimes when a team is not playing well, there's a particular player that gets a large chunk of the bunch. Chilwell is that person right now in Chelsea. Chilwell, Sterling, and a few others. Chilwell on his day is an excellent left back.
Okay.
Half Luke Shaw, no now.
Chiwe. Now me, I go pick Chiwe, drop Luke Shaw. No gamble. No go even think I'm 2 times. And Chiwe go start my match. Trippier go dey bench. Walker go play right back.
Very similar to Marcos Alonso.
They
Very
are
similar.
still open to playing three center backs though. They are still very open to that. Or they could use Ezri Konsa.
I think he's also trying to build for the next years. I think that move, some of the selections were also trying to, build for the next year. So I mean, it's a fair try. After all the players he dropped
You
have
don't
been in the
gamble. You
squad.
don't gamble in competitions though. You don't gamble in competitions because
He
this
has
is
carried
one
all these
thing
players that have been
we've
dropped.
known them
All these
for. They
players that
have
have been dropped.
galaxy of stars, but in the end, they don't make a team going into the
All
competitions,
these
and you
players
find
that
them
were dropped.
crashing out just after the round of
These,
16.
these players that he dropped, he has been selecting them before. What have they won? So there's no harm in trying.
Okay.
And then again, I feel like we are all hell bent on yesterday's performance, which was technically not as bad as media is making it look. Because to be fair, they were clear cut chances to win that game. There was more than enough chances
But
for
then,
England
But
to win.
the main thing is the main thing be say you are always as good as your last game. So wait till one is judge them.
I feel like that is not enough to just use that game as criteria now. It's not enough. At least you saw there were chances. There was more than enough chance to score. They didn't take it.
More than enough chances. Now they don't get one shot on target.
See, it's not forget. Let's forget statistics. If you watch the game, you would have
Why
seen it.
you forget statistics? Don't be then play the statistics. I mean, that we arrange and
So,
play the game.
if I watched this game with my eyes, bro, do you know how many 1-on-1 that he had? Do you know how many chances Palmer missed? Palmer, so before the shots that folded, there were chances. It was open, but then again, it's just football. It happens. So I can't necessarily blame me. I would say, if you ask me, I would say Southgate's selection was almost perfect. Maybe I just have a few questions with the back line, but from the midfield to the attack, it's almost
If
it's a 92% perfection for me. He chose
if
the
they are
right players. If you'd ask me,
if
it's just to
they
get
are
the best
strugg-
out of them that is left.
if they
they
are
go
I
struggling
can't,
with
I
into
can't argue with selection this time around.
they go into
Iceland,
every competition being favorites, and they end up crashing before the rest of the favorites they were mentioned with. This is the same problem, and it looks most likely is what we'll be experiencing come this competition. I can say for one that England will be the first big team to be going out in that competition. That's what
my
I
own
know.
is if they are struggling with Iceland. Look at their group. First of all, Denmark. Come on. I don't think they'll make it too. I don't think. Well,
16th of June it is, right?
yeah.
Uh, until then, we'll see. Bobby V, your thoughts on the drop players and the who you think would have at least been considered to be in the squad?
This one go Everly side Grealish.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Well, I've heard what you guys have said, and I must say that every one of you has spoken perfectly well. Yes, and most especially Warlord has spoken exactly what is in my mind. I have a few issues here and there. He said a coach is as good as his last game. Fine, that's the usual cliche we get in footballing terms these days. But if you take it back to the Super Eagles, the Super Eagles had a very bad, preparation going into the AFCON tournaments. Very bad preparation. And what happened? Nobody saw the Super Eagles going as far as the final, getting to that stage. But they swept everybody apart. They even played their first game against Equatorial Guinea. I think that was a 1-0 draw. And they were like, nah, you can't just play it 1-0 with Equatorial Guinea. We went all the way to the final, keeping clean sheets until the final, even when they scored first. We all believe that, yes, the Super Eagles will not concede because they've been defensively good all tournaments, only for them to lose 2-1 to Ivory Coast. So if you are trying to judge the England national team by just the friendly match against Iceland that Nigeria did some years ago, no, I think that is being harsh. It's still a friendly. It's still a friendly. It's an opportunity for you to try out some different uh, tactical strategy. Then if you go to the players being dropped, I think Warlord is perfectly right. Let me start from the defense. I think everyone who watches football knows that Southgate has to explain to us how Luke Shaw is in that team. Like, I can't remember any match he played in this 2024 from January to today. I can't remember any match he played and he was fit. Is he trying to tell us that there's no other England national team player with a left leg that can play that position? There's one that everybody has mentioned, Gerard Grantway from Everton. He had a very fantastic end of the season in 2024. Everton kept clean sheets. He was one of the most consistent players, those who had him in their fantasy Premier League football team. They know how many points they got. I also had him. We know how many points we had from him. And you drop him for an injury-prone Luke Shaw, which I'm not even sure he might even play any minutes in that tournament. Because I believe the defense is already fine enough to sort itself out with Kai Walker playing at the right. Maguire is injured, so there's no way he's going. John Stones will surely play in the center, and I think McGahey or Crystal Palace should play at the left. Because Trippier is still not fully fit back from his injury. But I think that's the only issue I have with the defense. Luke Shaw being taken ahead of Brathwaite. But what Warlord said from the midfield going forward is perfectly spot on with what I want to say. As a
Where
Man
is
City fan,
Wan-Bissaka?
I was shocked.
We're talking about we're talking
No.
about
They
we're
had a
talking
good,
about
they had
having already two right backs, and you are considering Wan-Bissaka. He's not a natural left back. If you are thinking of playing him as left back,
Oh,
He
I
came
think, I think,
played.
I think, I think, I think, Southgate had in mind of playing Joe Gomez as a possible left back
left.
option if
Yeah.
McGahey is not there. So I believe McGahey and Joe Gomez is settled for him at the left hand side. In case Luke Shaw is not fit, which I'm sure he's not fit. I'm sure he will not play a minute of that World Cup. Even if he plays, it may not last 45 minutes. So that defense is just that left part that's my problem. But going forward, you guys said Curtis Jones was picked. No, he was not picked. He was one of the people that were dropped. There's no Curtis Jones in the list. He was dropped. Going forward, the squad is perfect. I'm a Man City fan, and I was shocked that Grealish was dropped. But if I try to analyze that selection like a normal football fan, I am 100% in support of Grealish being dropped. Grealish just had 3 goals and 1 assist in 20 Premier
for
League
a
games.
forward.
That is poor.
Very poor for a forward. In a
Very
free
poor for
scoring
100
man.
million pounds
In
in
a
a free
free
scoring
scoring
Man
man.
City. Exactly. And if you check out from 2024 January to the end of the season, Doku played more of the minutes at that left hand side
Yes.
than Grealish. What does that tell you? Pep had his reasons. Even in the FA Cup final, Grealish did not play. He played Doku instead. Pep is trying to tell us something. I think he came out some days later to say that Grealish has not been putting in the work in something like that in the training, that he has spoken to him for a while, blah 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 blah. So Pep knows what he saw playing Doku instead of Grealish. Then lastly, I think Southgate tried in the balance of the team from the midfield to the attack. Grealish being dropped, Rashford being dropped is perfectly understandable. I mean, the English team, they have enough quality wingers, first team and second team, that can play when Grealish and Rashford is not there. We said Eberechi Eze can play there. Yes, people have forgotten that West Ham's Jared Bowen is also in the list, and he had one of the best seasons
Bowen is
That
also
of his career.
Bowen is also a right winger, not left side, because he is a
Yeah.
left footer.
I'm coming.
Now
Then
this
people are
brings us
forgetting
to
something.
yeah.
People are forgetting something. Anthony Gordon is, to me, the most improved player of the past season.
Is
He
he in the
was in my
squad?
fantasy team for as long
Is he in the
Yes,
squad?
as, yes, he's in the squad.
Yeah,
Last squad.
left wing herself
So
last
if you
season.
have that, yeah,
Or if Anthony Gordon is there,
Anthony
then I
Gordon
think he
has one
deserves
of
to
the best seasons.
start before anyone else on the right wing,
So
on the
really,
left wing rather.
is perfect. And you still have a Saka, you still have a Cole Palmer, you still have every other person. And you can afford to play 2 strikers. Maybe Harry Kane can drop into the middle to be a creative force. We saw that we saw that for Jose Mourinho's Tottenham Hotspur, where he can play Oli Watkins in front and Ivan Toney. Well, I'm sure that Ivan Toney and Harry Kane will not play together. One of them will drop for the other.
Definitely.
Watkins can play
If not
from
both of them. If
exactly,
not
so you
both
can
of them.
afford to play 2 strikers. So Grealish being dropped is fine by me. He has enough wingers. He has Anthony Gordon. He has Eze. He can get Bowen to play at the right. He has Saka can play at the left. So I think the forward line is perfect by me.
All
That's all
right.
I say.
All
how
right.
about
So who is starting on the right side for you?
I think we'll go with the normal list. I think
Without explaining your reasons, who starts on the right side of the wing for you? and who starts at right back?
It depends on injury. I'll go with Bukayo Saka. It's the person he has always been using. But if
How
he's
about
injured, I think he
yeah?
might just play Cole Palmer there instead.
Okay, and at right back,
At right back, very easy. Kai Walker.
definitely.
He's going to play a three-man defense. Play a
Okay,
three-man defense.
okay.
Arnold in the midfield.
Yeah. Omoba,
That's going to play at the right side.
without explaining, who plays at right back for you?
Walker now.
And then at the right wing,
Saka all day.
Most.
Saka.
Yeah, so I think it's a three-man defense.
Yeah.
Arnold. What about Arnold as a right wing back?
Let's just go with the standard formation. Who plays at right wing for you? Quickly, because we're running out of
Walker.
time. Right wing,
Walker.
right wing.
Right wing forward, Palmer.
Yeah. Palmer, not Saka.
Palmer. No.
Okay. There will be a poll on that when this video goes up. Warlord.
I would say Trippier, right back.
Ahead of Walker.
Then Saka, right.
What?
Okay.
That's come up from injury. Nah.
Okay.
I disagree.
There will be a poll on these topics. This question I've just asked when the video goes up. Thank you very much, guys. With this, we've come to the end of this session.